So just make sure that you always write your order forms. I believe the white sheet goes to you and the yellow sheet goes to your customer. When you go to a business, whether it be like a computer business or whatever, and they actually write receipts for you, they do it they do it right away, but because you're there. But it's like always fill out your order book, so that way when you finally get your deliveries, when you get your deliveries, you can have those sheets ready, so that way you will know what belongs to who. And then what I do, you don't have to do this. I just keep all of them, just so that I can keep track of people's orders, and so that way I can update my customer tracking list. So what I do is I paper clip them by person, and that tells me who's ordering all the time, because I might want to do like an incentive for the more loyal orders, more loyal customers. I might want to do like an incentive for them. So I'm gonna need to know who they are, right? Or whatever else that you could use. These are really good to kind of keep on you, and make sure that you have a filing system for these, so that they're not just kind of sitting around. And that's the next thing I want to talk about too, is just keeping your business neat and tidy. Nobody's gonna walk into a messy business. If somebody has a business and it's not organized, people are not gonna want to go in there. People will. Impression is the very first thing, and if somebody walks into a business that is messy and unorganized, chances are they're not going to go back. So, and that's the same with Avon too. Like, if you want to be successful, be neat and tidy, and don't even though you're not going to have any customers coming into your home, still keep it neat, because like if you just have like all of these just kind of laying around, then things are going to start to slack and you're going to be way behind. So, and it's just like, even like with boxes, like behind me I have these boxes, and I left them here to show you, because when I first started getting my Avon, I started having them piled up in the corner by the couch, and it looked ridiculous. So like, don't like have a whole bunch of boxes laying around in your apartment, because even the people that do visit you, whether it's your friends or other people, they're going to see that, and chances are they're probably going to like, oh, this person's messy, I'm not going to order from her. So always be neat and tidy and organized in your business, and that's down to filling in your customer tracking stuff or whatever else, just staying on top of it, getting your work done, whatever that may be. Just gonna see. So I kind of already talked about this before. Keeping track of the customers, filing their order forms, delivery day and delivering, I've already talked about. Packaging them right away and getting them packaging them, getting your brochures labeled. The next tip that I have for you, I'm sorry if this is taking long. There's so much information and that I want to share with you. Team training. Well, you have your team building and recruiting, and then you also have your team training. You need to work at this every day, or as often as you can. What the problem that I've had is, oh yeah, I'm going to go out and do some recruiting and get some people, but I haven't seen anything. I have not seen any results. It does not hurt to ask. Like if you run out to a strange lady, wherever, and they have a purse, that could be a really nice opening line. Oh, I like your purse. Is that from Avon? And then that's a foot in the door to start talking about Avon. And asking them if they are interested in Avon, either being a customer or joining your team. But like, don't just talk about it, do it. Because I've learned that with my own self, with myself and my business, is that I found myself talking about it to, I guess, kind of maybe have my upline happy for me. And I really did intend to go out and to get some recruits, but you have to believe in yourself too. Like, I think for me, mine was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna really get some recruits or whatever. It's just not gonna happen for me, and so I held back. So, you know, you really gotta get out there. You can't. It's not just once in a while. You gotta be out there as much as you can to get those recruits. And if they say no, then it's not the end of the world. There's gonna be somebody out there that's gonna say yes, and it might take quite a bit of a hunting to get there, but don't quit. And then you have to stay on top. Once you start getting your team formed and signed up with Avon, you need to stay on top with them with their training, because if you are not training them and helping them to be successful with training, then they're not going to be healthy, and chances are they're going to get frustrated because they're not learning all of this extra stuff, and chances are they're going to quit. So you need to be on top of that. You need to make sure that you contact your team and try to book appointments with them, and even if it's over the phone. And for me, because I do video blogs, this is also a great way for me to give them some tips as well. You know, I'm not going to do all of my training on video. There's certain training that's done from these books that is not meant to be done on video. These need to be done in person, or if they can't get to you due to lack of transportation, then over the phone. So that's when this comes in. You got a sheet for every person on your team, and it shows you the date and the training and the length of time that you need. So it kind of gives you and what book and conversation to train them from. So you need to really be on top of that. I've been getting frustrated because it seems like my team doesn't want to commit to their training, and you know, like, there's a certain time frame, so as soon as they join, that you have to get this training done for them. Otherwise, if you and I've made this mistake with my own team, if you wait too long, then you have all of this catching up to do. And so you need to help your team be successful. Otherwise, chances are they're probably going to quit. So stay on top of your team and keep building your team as well. The next one, I've kind of already gone over scheduling and routines. Also, keep a goal. When I first started Avon, I just wanted something to do, I wanted a purpose, and I wanted to make a bit of extra money. And when I got further into Avon, I started having bigger dreams than that. When my upline came and did my appointment with me, my biggest future dream or future goal was to, and it still is to get my photography business off the ground by getting the space for a studio, the equipment, and whatever else. And like this apartment is not big enough to do photography in a studio. I feel like I can't always go out and do them in locations. I mean, I can, but it'd be nice to do like backdrops and props and stuff like that, and I don't have the space here. It's too small. So I want to move, and but the main thing was to have a purpose in my life, to have something to do and earn some extra money. But as time went on, my dreams, my goals turned into dreams, and they just got bigger. So my dream is with Avon is to get into leadership and eventually be able to either rent or buy my own house. So that way I can do all of the stuff that I need to do. So always have a goal for yourself and keep yourself focused. And I think the last one is to stay positive, because sometimes, especially if you have like incentives and you feel like everybody else is winning them and you're not, stay positive. For me, if, like, for example, I'll show you this quickly. Grow your team and win some cash. When this first came out, I had a really negative attitude about it. Like, I've been having a hard time getting my team built, and at times I'd get discouraged, and so I'd be like, oh, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not gonna win. And with that type of attitude, you're not gonna get anywhere. Why are you here and doing this in the first place? Is because you want to be successful. You have dreams and goals that you want to meet. So don't have a negative attitude about it. It's sometimes hard, but you have to remember that things don't happen overnight either. And things do not come to you. You have to work for it. So, all you can do is try, right? But don't just